Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'll show you how to make your Windows 11 PC run faster and better. Think of this as essential maintenance for your Windows 11 PC. The goal is to fix common issues like slow boot time, slow or lagging PC, and related issues. Overall, this will make your PC perform faster and work as brand new. These tweaks are free, simple, and use built-in tools, which means no third-party apps or complicated steps. Let's begin. First, we will start by disabling unnecessary startup apps. This tweak will help speed up your system boot time. Startup apps are applications that start together with your PC, which in effect end up elongating your system boot time. So what you need to do is review your PC startup apps and disable the ones you don't need to start up with your PC. You can always launch these apps when you actually do need to use them. Let me show you how to do this. On your PC, open the Settings app by pressing Windows plus I keys, or you can also search for it in the search bar. So type Settings in the search bar and click on the Settings app here. Once that is open, go to Apps and scroll down to Startup. Now, this will show you a list of the startup apps on your PC. Simply scroll through them and review the apps. For anyone you don't want to start up with your PC, you toggle it off. For example, I don't want Copilot, Edge, and OneDrive to start up my PC, so I'm just simply going to toggle them off. I'll be leaving Windows Security, right? So I recommend you also leave this on. A word of caution here, I recommend you don't disable anything related to Windows Security or your drivers. Just turn off extras like Spotify, OneDrive, or Zoom if you don't need them to auto start. That's it. Now we have control over what apps start up with our PC. Next, we'll look at uninstalling unnecessary apps. I classified these into two types: bloatware and apps you installed yourself. Bloatware are third-party apps that come pre-installed on the PC. You end up not using most of these apps. Unnecessary apps end up taking spaces and using system resources you can use for other things. So you need to review your list of apps and remove the unneeded ones. Let me show you how to do that. So while still in Settings, go to Apps again. Now click on Installed Apps, the one at the top. Now these are the list of apps on this PC. So I have about 53 apps on this PC. So just go through your app list and remove the apps you feel you really do not need. For example, I do not need Microsoft To Do. So to remove any app, click on the three dots to the right and then click on Uninstall and then Uninstall. News, I don't need news. So click on the three dots to the right, Uninstall. Uninstall. There will normally be a notification to tell you that the app has been uninstalled. So once all the apps have been uninstalled, I recommend you restart your PC. Next, we will look at background processes. Some apps keep running in the background even after you close them. This action quietly eats away at your memory and battery. Let's stop that. So while still in the Settings app, go to Apps, click on Installed Apps. These are the list of apps on this PC. Now you can scroll through the list and find apps you rarely use but are running in the background. So let's say I don't want Media Player to run in the background. Click the three dots next to that app, select Advanced Options. Under Background Add Permissions, it says let this app run in background. Change that to Never. That's it. So let's do that for another app. So go back. I don't want camera to also run in the background. So you click on the three dots beside it. Go to Advanced Options. Under Background Add Permissions, again I will change this to Never. And that's it. Again, some word of caution here. Only do this for apps you rarely use. Don't do this for essential apps like Windows Security or your main web browser if you use its notifications. For other apps though, it is a huge win for your memory. You may have noticed that we disabled the apps one by one. You can actually disable multiple apps at once using group policy or third-party tools. But we are keeping things simple here, hence this method. Next, we will look at the power settings on your PC. So, by default, Windows prioritizes power saving over performance, even when you are plugged in. We want to switch that to performance. Let me show you how to do that. Again, in the Settings app, go to System and go to Power and Battery. Now go to Power Mode. Under Power Mode, it says when it is plugged in, it should be balanced. Change that to Best Performance. Also, when it's on battery, again change that to Best Performance. So simply switch your power mode to Best Performance. You should be aware that the performance option uses a bit more battery. So if you are on a laptop, you might want to use the Best Performance option when you are plugged in. For desktop users, I recommend you use this all the time. Next, we will look at the visual effects on your PC. Windows 11 has beautiful animations and effects. This, of course, makes your PC look beautiful and all, but it comes at a cost. They are performance heavy and hence can slow down older PCs. Let's tone them down a bit. You do this under Advanced System Settings. In your search bar, type Advanced System Settings and click on View Advanced System Settings. Go to the Advanced tab and under the Performance section, click on Settings. Select the Adjust for Best Performance and click on Apply. You can also choose to customize the effects. So you can choose Custom here and then select any of the options you feel you need. Otherwise, just click on Adjust for Best Performance, Apply, and click on OK. And then click on OK here too. You have just freed up tons of resources that were wasted on unnecessary visuals, and you will notice menus and windows open a bit faster right away. Now, let's free up some space on your PC. Over time, your PC collects tons of digital junks, old update files, browser caches, error logs, and the likes. Cleaning this up is essential for a healthy system. You have two ways you can do this. You can use storage sense or perform manual deletion. I will show you both of these methods. Storage sense is a built-in Windows tool that you can use to automatically manage your storage, and this includes automatic deletion of junk files. All you simply need to do is turn it on and configure the maintenance schedule. Let me show you how to do this. While still in the Settings app, go to System, scroll down and click on Storage. Scroll down again until you get to Storage Sense. Mine is already turned on. If yours is not, turn on Storage Sense using the toggle. Now click on Storage Sense to configure it. So you want to select this option that says Cleanup of Temporary Files. Also toggle this on for automatic user content cleanup, and here you can configure the maintenance schedule. So here you configure your cleanup schedules. You can configure this to run daily, weekly, monthly, or when you are low on disk space. So let's configure this to run weekly. Also, you can configure when to delete files in your recycle bin. This is super helpful. So these are the options here. I will make this 14 days. You can also delete files in your download folder if they haven't been opened for a certain time. These are the options here. I will make it 30 days. Then you can run Storage Sense now, after which your maintenance schedule will come into effect. Essentially here, choose what works best for you based on your data storage need and system capacity. Now let's look at how to manually clean up storage. Go to your search bar and type Run, then click on Run. This will open up the Run dialog box. Then type in %temp% and click OK. This will open up the temp folder, which are full of temporary files. You can just select every file here by clicking on Ctrl A and deleting all of them. Delete. Continue. There is a pop-up here that says this action can be completed. Click on do this for all current items and skip. It simply means that the files are being used right now and can't be deleted. Next, you need to keep your drivers and system up to date. Outdated drivers can cause lag, Wi-Fi drops, and even performance stutters. This step alone can fix that. We'll be doing this using the Windows Update tab. So while still in the Settings app, go to Windows Update and click on Check for Updates. Install all updates that come up here. You can also go to Advanced Options and check Optional Updates. This typically may contain any device driver updates that Windows might not install automatically. You can selectively install any driver updates listed here based on your system needs. In our case, there are no optional updates available at this time. So we just go back to Windows Update and that's it. Next, you need to regularly scan for malware and viruses. Your PC may simply be infected by malware or viruses that are causing it to lag. Use your antivirus tool to perform a full scan. I recommend performing a full scan regularly. I will do this using Windows Security, which is our antivirus tool. So go to your search bar and type Windows Security. Open it up. Go to Virus and Threat Protection. Click on Scan Options. Now you need to perform a full scan, not a quick scan. This will check all files and running programs on your hard disk. It might take a while. And then click on Scan Now. The full scan option runs a deep scan of your PC in the background. You may continue using your PC while it is running. Next, we'll look at the privacy settings on our PC. You need to limit features that run in the background, collect diagnostic data, or track your activity unnecessarily. Let me show you how to do this. In the Settings app, go to Privacy and Security. You may want to look at these options one after the other and disable settings that you don't need running in the background. Let's start with recommendations. So you click on that. You can disable everything you have here. Right? So the next one, you go to speech. If you don't need to use the speech services, you toggle it off. Go to typing personalization. If you don't need to use this, also toggle it off. Go to diagnostic and feedback. I recommend you toggle this off. Mine is already off. You can also delete diagnostic data. Click on delete. Lastly, under app permissions, you can review which apps have access to certain features like location, camera, microphone, and others. This can reduce background access and power consumption. For instance, let's look at camera. These are the apps that have access to my camera. You can review the apps you have here and disable any apps you don't want to have access to your camera. Finally, you need to disable unused services. These are background processes that Windows or installed programs use to perform specific system functions like networking, printing, or updates. Some of them run all the time. Simply go to your search bar and type services. Click on services. So you need to identify unnecessary services you do not need. For example, you should disable this. Connected user experiences and telemetry. This simply gathers data about your PC. So to disable it, you right click on it and click stop. This will stop the service from running immediately. Double click on the service and change the startup type to disabled. Apply and OK. For this aspect, I recommend you do this cautiously. Some services are essential for system stability and functionality, so disabling them may cause problems. So you may need to research the services you don't want to run. Once you're done with that, simply restart your PC to apply the changes. Now for some bonus points. The magic restart. The simple truth is that Windows holds onto a lot of resources until a full restart. If your PC has been running for days or weeks, in sleep mode for example, it's going to be slow. Close unused apps and browsers, because they consume RAM and CPU resources. Ensure you have a good internet speed. Your system lag may simply be a result of your poor network speed. Ensure you have a decent hardware for your use case. More RAM help increase your processing speed. Use SSD drives instead of HDD drives. There are other checks that can be performed, including disk cleanup and defragmentations, and so on. However, the ones we talked about are enough to speed up your system performance. And that's it. These quick tweaks can make a huge difference in how fast Windows 11 runs. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share the video for more quick tech tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.